Hello, my friends. This is Barry, and you're watching Barry and the PI. Take a moment to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that little volcano over here in the corner, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. How many of you have heard of Spratly Islands? Well, if you've been around this area for 30 years, you've heard a lot. Recently, I watched a report on TV about the Chinese Coast Guard opened water cannons on Filipino fishermen and Philippine ships in the Spratly Islands. There is a group of islands that are in the South China Sea, or as Philippines calls it, the Western Philippine Islands Sea. And so they've been having a conflict down there for over 30 years. I remember when I was in Taiwan and then in the Philippines, a lot of stuff was going on there. People were worried that it's going to be the start of World War III. China back then started, well, they claimed all of the Spratly Islands as part of their territory. Just like they claim Taiwan, which has never really been part of China. The people of Taiwan identify themselves as Taiwanese, not Chinese. And so this has been going on. China built some bases on some of the larger islands. And the cause of the conflict recently was that one time when all this stuff was going on with China, some Philippine activists, environmental activists, took this old rusty ship, and out to one of the shoals and stranded it on that shoal to show China that we claim this area. And this is our area. And China was upset because they claimed that they made an agreement with former President Duterte to remove that old rusty ship. And he's saying no, he never signed an agreement with China on that. They believe that these islands here are rich in oil resources, and so Vietnam claims it, Taiwan claims it, China claims it, and Philippines claim it. It says Philippines says it's within a 200 mile economic zone. The United Nations had a meeting of the Maritime Commission, and they determined that no, China doesn't have claims to these islands. And that's been but China refuses to recognize that and accept that report. So you keep having these little flare-ups. And last week, the Chinese Coast Guard got these big water cannons and fired them at Philippine boats, fishermen's boats, and such. So that's the latest flare-up. It's been going on a long, long time. It's starting to rain. That's why I'm back here. Uh, so this keeps flaring up. These disputes. As I said, China's built some military bases on some of the larger islands, and mainly to protect and service the Chinese fishing fleet. Chinese fishing fleet travels all the way down past Palawan, and they're not discriminate in what they take. Philippine Coast Guard has boarded some of these ships and found all kinds of endangered species that they gouged out of the sea. If you're ever in Dumaguete, Silliman University has a research center there, and I went there and they let me look at all these huge tanks with growing giant clams. Giant clams are huge. They're also valuable to the Chinese is that they polish them up and they're very, very pretty. And so they're worth a lot of money. So they found endangered species turtles, sea turtles on these ships, all kinds of stuff. They don't discriminate in what they're fishing for. So China keeps violating different treaties and stuff. And the Philippines just hasn't had enough money funneled into the Navy and able to keep the Coast Guard and keep a close look on these fishing ships. So that's a big problem. Not only for the Philippines and China and Vietnam and Taiwan, it could be for the whole world. As I say, it's really a firing of weapons that could draw the whole world into a world war, and we don't want that. The Philippines is trying to boost their fleet, the Coast Guard fleet, and the Navy, and try to solve this problem. And now, years ago when I was here, and I lived down here, I was on a forum, and I proposed that some of us expats and some Filipinos should go out to these islands and declare ourselves a democratic monarchy as the Spratly Islands and align ourselves closely with the Philippines. And how we could set up strawberry shoals. You can sell strawberry margaritas. How's that? Our island republics will. I suggested free love and nickel beer, but some others said, how about free beer and nickel love? Of course, it's going to be a monarchy because I want to be king. So I'll be the king of the Spratly Islands, and I'm taking applications for other positions, so you can let me know what you want to be, a prince. So that's the Spratly Islands. And, now, the Philippines has a lot of daily newspapers, and I have found that the Philippine Inquirer is the best of them. They're they do very good investigations and have for a long time. Uh, and they were one of the uh, better newspapers. So I usually get my information on what's going on in the Philippines through the Philippine Inquirer. So check them out. You can find them in most places around the island. I'll be there. So I put in a plug for them. Uh, Hopefully I'll put in a plug for my channel. So that's what this was about. I wanted to let y'all know, in case you come across some articles and stuff. I'm sure there are some on the recent attacks by China on Philippine boats. Back a few years ago, one of the Chinese boats, I think it's a fishing boat, but it could have been a Coast Guard boat, attacked a Philippine fisherman's boat. It wasn't a big boat, but it had several different families of fishermen on it. And they just ran right into that little boat and sunk it. And that was a big flower out about that too. But I don't think anything has been done, reparations paid to the family or not. I hope, but this is going to be an issue that's going to come up again and again and again. So just be aware of it, and you'll know what they're talking about. So that's about it. As I say, we just kind of get intermittent rain, but it's, I think, high of 83 today, so not bad. Well, y'all take care and have a great day. Stay safe. Take care of your family and your pets. And we'll see you again tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'll put out one again tomorrow. And thank you to some of my subscribers that made very nice comments, had nice words to say about me. Especially the one that said, "You're the coolest vlogger on here." I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And so tell your friends, and I'll see you again. Adios, amigos.